When I say that this is the best truck mod that you can possibly do to your truck, hopefully those words carry a tremendous amount of weight. Because as you probably know, there are a tremendous amount of things that you can do to modify your truck to your personal taste. You can add grill backlights, a little bit of underglow, rock sliders, bigger tires, a custom flatbed, lights, a custom rear light bar, bumpers, all kinds of skid plates, armor, an onboard air system, suspension that makes your truck ride amazing. You can do engine mods like a supercharger or a cold air intake. My truck has neither. A battery delete, just kidding, it's a relocation. A winch for when you're off-roading. So with all of those potential mods in mind, which one of those do you think is the best truck mod? Short answer, none of them. This right here is the best truck mod that you can add to your vehicle. And no, I'm not talking about the flatbed. Let me bring you in just a little bit closer. All right, so here we are up close and personal with these tracks. These are called Airline or L tracks, and you can see how many of them I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's actually 2 more up in the corners up there. These things are simply the best truck mod you can do. As you can see, this truck has no bed sides. It doesn't need them actually because of these rails. The sheer variety of ways that you can strap things down in this bed is amazing. Once you have these rails in your bed, what you can safely tie down and carry in your truck is pretty much only dependent on sort of how many rails you have. It mainly is dependent on how many clips like this little guy you have, how many straps, and your imagination. If you've got all those things, you can literally strap down anything in the bed of this truck in a very, very safe manner. And here's a custom camper that I'm making that I'm strapped down with that exact same mounting system. And here's some random toys that I was transporting for a relative. You could probably tell from the big tires on this truck, but I go off-roading a lot in this thing. And these rails allow me to secure all kinds of stuff to the bed, which makes it amazing for off-road trips when you're bouncing up and down. So here's the most common style of mount you can use. It's just a little aluminum extrusion with a metal rod in there, and then you push that down, slide it into the track, and there you go. And then obviously you can move this thing down every inch on this track. It's amazing the amount of versatility this gives you. Obviously you just put a ratchet strap or a bungee into here. So there's this other style of mount you can get for it too. It's just got a couple of pieces. Really what this does is instead of giving you a ring to work with, it gives you a nice threaded rod so you can bolt things down anywhere you want on these tracks. When this is tightened down, which it's not, it will pull tight, and then this will not be able to move in and out. Haven't really used these guys yet, but I am looking forward to using them. I want to do a toolbox bolted down on the back of the bed. So when I go on extended trips, I put a toolbox right here, and the way I used to do it is I used to just strap the toolbox down to the bed. I'll include some video or some picture of that. I used to use the little hoops, but now it'll be super nice with these guys because I can just go in and bolt the toolbox right down to the bed and not have to deal with moving those straps every time I want to open the toolbox. So if you do want to get into mounting rails like this to the bed of your truck, there's one thing you need to know, and that is these things are kind of expensive, but they're worth every penny. So if you do want to get these rails, a good way to start out is to go with one of these smaller things right here. So when this had a factory truck bed, I had 4 of these smaller rails mounted in the bed, and I just did 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and it worked great. But then when I built this custom bed, it totally made sense to go with these super long 6-foot ones, and that middle rail really opens up a lot of possibilities. You can see the way these are staged, there's essentially 4 places that you can mount down in between these rails. So you can put like a jerry can here, you can put like a portable toilet here, you could mount a spare tire there, and then something over here. I'm sure you can imagine something. And it works really good when you've got so many of them like that. So get the shorter ones to try them out, and then if you like them, go to the big 6-foot long ones because these are expensive. Another thing associated with cost in these guys is the hardware. So about every 6 inches, you need a little bolt, washer, and nut on the underside of the bed, and that gets expensive if you're buying, I don't know how many are on mine. Let's see, there's 12 in this one, 12 in this one, 12 in this one, so that's 36, and then there's another 4 in each one of those, another 4 up front. So that comes out to 48 fasteners, that's a lot of them. Hot tip for buying the hardware for this, don't go to your local hardware store and buy hardware. A lot of people steal hardware from those, so generally their prices are marked up to compensate for all that theft. What you should do is go to an online supplier and buy your bolts and fasteners there. I'm not going to tell you which one. You're a smart viewer. You can do your own Google search and find people who sell bolts online. But do it that way, it's substantially cheaper. Like I'm talking like a 50% cost savings. So there you go. That is my best truck mod that I've ever put on this thing, of which hopefully you've seen throughout this video. There are many. Let me know if I've sold you on these rails. I get no benefit from you buying some of these rails. I didn't tell you a specific one to buy. Just let me know if you think they're a good mod. In my opinion, it is the best one. Also, if you want to see any other or know about any other mods that I've done to this truck, which hopefully you've seen throughout this video, let me know. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And let me know if there's another mod that I've missed that you think is a better mod than this. Not only I'm going to learn from that, but everyone that sees this video is going to go down in their comments and see your comment and learn from your best mod. Also, in the near future here, I'm going to do a video on the 5 best mods that I have done to this truck. Hopefully, as you can see, there are many. Hopefully that will benefit you. If you think that it will, make sure and subscribe. With that, hey, thanks for watching.